give us the count. So we're going to be going and swapping over in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, hello. This is the RPG Chick, and I'm going to be taking over hosting for this particular run. We have the heckin' awesome synthpopisback running the magic of Scheherazade.
Oh, heck.
Don't let him fool you. He's really good at this game.
We'll get into that in the middle of the run. I'll talk up the other people that are actually good at this game. But yeah, I guess should I take it from here? Oh, actually, we have an incentive, right? I need a file name.
Yes, we do. So the incentive file name for this is Neko, N-E-K-O. Well, I don't know. I don't think it matters if it's all capital, but it's supposed to be all capital.
Yeah, there's no option for lowercase on this. Okay. And there's a little bit of text here at the beginning, but there's going to be a couple of points in here where I'll have a little bit of downtime, and you can very easily call out donations and stuff, which people should please be sending in as many donations as you can.
Good luck, Synthpop.
Thank you very much. Alright, so this is, just, I guess, to give it a little bit of introduction to the game, this is The Magic of Scheherazade. Came out in 1989, I believe, for the NES. And it's one of those NES games that couldn't really ever figure out what genre it wanted to be, so it's got Zelda-style exploration and random encounters like a Dragon Warrior game, and there's weird, almost shootery type boss fights and stuff. And there's obviously a class system, and so timing will start when I select Magician here, and I believe Scala is on that, so I guess I'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so this game takes place over a couple different chapters. You go through different worlds. There's time travel stuff. It's a pretty basic story on the face of it. Evil magician has kidnapped a bunch of princesses and a king, and you have to go through all of the different chapters and try and rescue them. We're going to do almost everything. There's only a couple of skips that have been discovered so far. But they're actually pretty good skips. They take out several minutes worth of time. So we choose Magician here. It's pretty much across the board, it's the best class in the game. We're going to have to switch to Saint and Fighter at some point for story purposes, but we'll be those classes for as little as possible. Magician is way OP. There's some RNG manipulation that we can try and do. I missed the enemy there that could have possibly given it to me. We need to avoid taking damage until we get to a certain screen. And if I haven't wasted too much time getting there, then it should lock the RNG values in a place that's nice and convenient for avoiding random encounters. This is the screen that I wanted. I need enemies on here. Come on. Hit me, please. Thank you. Okay. I don't know that worked, but hopefully it worked.
Chat is asking if you can tell them about some of the big differences.
Oh, well, the map is completely different on the Japanese version. The spell operand that we use to uncover hidden staircases and stuff is actually a consumable item in the Japanese version. Leveling is very different. This is, you go around and you get to a certain level of experience and you gain a level. In that one, you have to gain experience and then go find the princess that's been captured in that world, and then she gives you the level up. And I actually haven't played around with it too much. I know Aaron2U2 is the number 2 runner in this game. He's taken a look at trying to speedrun it, but it's kind of a catastrophe of a game. So we're going to stop in here at the university. Point of this is not to actually learn anything, although they do teach you stuff, but you also get a rod upgrade, like doubles the damage that the shots that have been coming out of my magic rod have been doing. So yeah, he gives us the flame, and then we leave. Later rods will have like a different animation. This one doesn't really change the animation at all. And I think I did get that manip. We would have already gotten, I think, 2 encounter screens. So we're off to a good start so far. I do need enemies to show up so I can get experience, though. And they're just not showing up. They're afraid.
See, they're afraid of your awesome skills. You undersell yourself.
I guess. Yeah, and you're actually going to take 2 courses over the course of the game, one in this chapter and one in chapter 3. Both times you take the course that ends in the word calm. There's a second part of that manip that could have avoided this encounter and possibly the next one, but we didn't get enough enemies to show up to actually do it. You have to do like kind of like in Zelda 1 where you have to have like a kill count, running kill count. You have to get that up to 10 at a certain point and then wait a little bit, and it lets the RNG values start moving again, and that's where you want them to be moving. It's really complicated there. It's been worked out how it works, but anyway. So we have to stop in here. There's a lot of shopping to do in this game, and money is a huge problem. But thankfully this guy will just give us 500 coins, and that'll be enough until chapter 4. We'll have to do another money grind in chapter 4. Yep. So I'm going to get 2 breads. Breads are like an automatic HP restoration item. If my HP goes to 0, I'll eat a bread and get 50 HP back. Mashroob is the MP equivalent of that. We need a lot of those for just various purposes. Casting spells in boss fights, usually. And then the other major thing that you have to do in this game is collect companions. So this is Farouk. He's a genie in a little lamp, and he allows us to jump under the water and breathe water so that we can get the next companion and then go to the boss. Yeah, the photosensitivity warning is not a joke. It is excessive in this game. I've heard reports that this might be the worst NES game as far as that's concerned. I'm going to try and do my best to call them all out, but it's really just, if you have photosensitivity issues, just be really, really wary. So we went to the past. Now we're going back to the future. This is Coronia, the time spirit. She's our companion throughout this whole thing, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't like, have prizes been announced and stuff, or we, like
I mean, there is essentially I believe exclamation point prizes lets people see the prizes, and there are different prizes for different days as well.
Oh, okay. Well, there's as I understand it, there's one for this game, right?
There is.
Yeah, there's a 4 set of Perler coasters. I think.
Yeah. Anari has donated very adorable Magic of Scheherazade coasters, and they're all made from perler beads. And I will tell you, despite the fact that the perler beads are melted together, they really make heckin' good coasters. And these are just really, really cute.
Yeah, so it's I think it's Coronia and then 2 companions that we're actually going to end up skipping, and the very best NPC in a video game who I didn't talk to in the previous town. but we'll see him here. You talk to him in the previous town, he says, "My name is Beckel, and I won't leave here no matter what." And then... Yep. There he is. He just decided, I'm gonna learn how to breathe water. It's cool. Everybody else in this town turned into a mermaid, but Beckel's just sitting there, chilling. Alright, so I had to buy another item there. It's horns that'll hopefully help us get through the palace a little bit easier. And then this is the second companion from this chapter. Asks you if you've ever tried to pick up a girl at a hamburger shop, and you say no. This Keebaboo only likes gentlemen. If you say yes, then she'll kick you out and you have to go in and answer the question again. Which is kind of convenient. I mean, it could be worse. There's a later one that is a game over if you answer incorrectly. But here we are. Here we are moving into the first palace. And I am still level 1. That's not great. I need enemies. Please show up.
While you're walking through the palace, do you mind if I plug a few upcoming things?
Go for it.
So, my super lovely, awesome chat, who has gotten us to this heckin' awesome point already on this the second day of the marathon, we do have some bid wars coming up for the next run, which is a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past multi-world randomizer. So we've only got bids for 2 of the sprites, and since we have 4 people playing this multi-world randomizer, y'all can pick another 2 sprites and have our intrepid players use them. You can also pick who is going to roll the seed. Right now, Natara's in the lead with $5, but if you want Scala to roll the seed, then it only takes a $6 donation to have Scala roll the seed. Additionally, there is still some room open for file names, because there's only been 1 chosen so far, but we really want to see some more sprites, you know, because the invisible one for the memes and Popoi they're really cool. But I'd like to see some of these other ones, like maybe Mog or maybe Sailor Moon. I think it would be pretty cool to see some of those coming up.
Sorry, I'm just doing a little grind here. I gotta get up to 80 experience before we do this boss. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the experience and the money in this game is pretty tight, right?
It is very tight, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna be entering the boss room. Photosensitivity warning. For real. These bosses usually come in 2 phases. I think only one of them isn't. So first we have to destroy all these eyes, and we do that by blinding them with flashing lights, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna look away myself from that.
Yeah. It's still not over yet. There's going to be a little bit more after I beat this boss.
Yeah, luckily this boss is not too bad in the grand scheme of RNG bosses.
No, that one's not too bad. Alright, photosensitivity warning is done for now. So we found one of the princesses. At the end of the chapter, your level gets automatically brought up to the level cap for that chapter. It's 5 per chapter. So you really only need to get as much experience as you absolutely need in order to get a good boss fight. And here's the evil magician Sabaron coming in and interrupting my celebration. Here we go. So Farouk is in his lamp, and Keebaboo's flying around more on the carpet, and we're going to get some more people without actually getting them. It's kind of great. This chapter, in the 100% run where you can't skip characters and stuff like that, this chapter is probably a good 15 minutes longer than in the any percent run. All we're going to do here is keep going back and forth on the screen, hoping for enemies to appear, get like 200 experience, and then walk straight to the boss. So now also, if you have like donations or whatever, would be a good time.
I do not, but just again to remind you, chat, we really, really want to see some more of those LTTP rando sprites, and you have so many choices on here, and some of them are really, really cool. Even Will from Illusion of Gaia, like, how heckin' cool is that? Especially with the new Illusion of Gaia skip that got found recently. Like, that is awesome. And,
yeah, don't make anybody run as Link, please. Come on.
Well, I mean, nobody would be running as Link, but I personally, and I think chat would agree, we probably want to see more than just Popoi and the invisible sprite.
Is there an Alf sprite by any chance?
Oh, that would have been heckin' awesome, but unfortunately there is not. We need to get those LTTP people on making an Alf sprite, though.
Yeah.
I think Starbird would greatly appreciate that.
So one of the companions that we were supposed to get in this chapter is supposed to lead you through this maze, but it's kind of like the Lost Woods. If you know your way through, you get to the screen and you're fine. We ignore this town entirely. Yeah, we just skipped like 90% of this chapter. I don't know, I think, Aaron, I think probably took too long in the grind at the beginning. Yeah, so both of the other two coasters are the companions that you get in this chapter, and we're just missing them. The game really did or the developers, I guess, really did a fair job of trying to make sure that you couldn't skip stuff. Like, there was just no way to sequence break, but it turns out they didn't make it so that you couldn't just walk through the maze. Yeah, Gunmecha is actually my favorite companion in the game. Or he's definitely got my favorite line. I think probably Coronia is my favorite. So we do actually have to go get one companion here, because we can't actually enter the boss fight without him. And I don't know what he is. There's a lot of question about what some of these companions are. Like Kibabu, the flying thing, is I think supposed to be a Valkyrie, but it doesn't look like a Valkyrie to me. It looks like a head with wings, and it's creepy. There's a horrifying pumpkin monster that we get later.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin one is a little creepy.
Yeah, well, he's got transparent eyes. Weird. So whatever this is, Eppin.
I mean, it just looks like a little robot kid, so that's not so bad.
Yeah. And, I mean, there is already a robot in this chapter, so it's totally plausible that that's what he is. So, yeah, we're gonna walk into the boss room. Photosensitivity warning. We have to cast the spell 8 times. This is Curly, aka Kali.
While you're fighting Kali, we did get a $5 donation. Hold on. $5 donation from the Ice Burner for Ultra Sprite. Heck yeah.
Nice.
And a $5 donation from Gundam Pilot Spaz to have Natara roll the seed. Well, thank you both.
Excellent. So Natara's still... she's leading by like $20 now?
She's leading by $10.
Oh,
now.
$10.
But yeah, y'all can still have one more sprite.
Everybody loves Ultros.
Who wouldn't love Ultros? Ultros just is so purple and lovable.
He is. Maybe needs braces, but... Yeah, so this is one of the first big, like, RNG heavy bosses. Curly moves around at random, and the rod shot from the flame is really slow, and she heals her arms. So sometimes you break an arm, and then you have to go back and attack her again. But there we go. That's Curly down. The real RNG wall comes up at the end of Chapter 4. And in case things go horribly, horribly wrong, there is a backup. Yeah, I definitely recommend using Flammel there, at least until any arms break, because you're dealing damage to all 6 of them at the same time. And yeah, who's this, like, flying squirrel and this weird robot guy on my carpet? I do not approve. Got stowaways. So this chapter is mostly walking. It's really pretty much it. Gotta go to the past and get companion, and then come back to the future, and companion, and go through a maze and get a companion. It's all great. But we are going to see the first class change, which will last for about 3 minutes. Oh yes, yes. Game is.
I know there's a couple of reasons for, like, the class changes, like discounts and stuff. Which one is this for?
This is a story reason. We're going to use both class changes, one in this chapter and one in the next chapter, for story reasons to get companions. But also in Chapter 4 we'll be doing some shopping because we can get a discount. So we're going to change to a saint, so that a tree will give us fruit, and then we turn it into the horrifying pumpkin monster. But yeah, there's time travel. You actually do, in Chapter 4, you do the kind of like go back in time 3,000 years and kill the boss while it's a baby kind of thing, which is kind of horrifying, but it's a big, nasty fire demon baby, so I don't feel too bad about it. And yeah, I don't know that we've ever actually figured out exactly what's going on with the way that this time travel stuff works. Somebody says at some point that you're the descendant of this magician that in the past defeated the great evil, but then you get thrown through time, and it's possible that you just have amnesia. Like, I'm not really sure. And like, characters seem to know things that they maybe wouldn't know unless they were on the original trip back in the past, and so, you know, temporal mechanics is kind of horrible. But so we take that class there to get this nice purple armor and have the damage that we take for the rest of the game. And then we come to the mosque to change classes to Saint, which costs 40 rupees and then 100 to change back. So, yeah. There's 100 to change back and then 100 to get the last companion in this chapter. Money's pretty tight. Yeah, exactly. Coronia's the time spirit, so, I mean, she could be manipulating all this stuff, and maybe she can see all of time all at once, like, who knows. But at this point, all we're doing is walking to the time door.
Well, in that case, we do have some more donations rolling in.
Awesome.
So we have $5 from Scala. Let's get some more. Chrono Trigger loved this marathon, and I'm going to assume that means I have to finish this page. It means we have a Megas Sprite vote, which is heckin' awesome, and $9 from Margie. Don't tease the octopus kids, increasing the lead on the Ultra Sprite. So now we do indeed have 4 sprites for our lovely players for the LTTP Rando Seed coming up. Very excited. These are all really good choices for sprites.
I would guess that there's not a bad choice for sprite available though.
Out of the choices that are here, no, not really, because the other choices that haven't been picked, it's Mog, Ori, a Piranha Plant, the power-up with Pride Mushroom, Rydia, Sailor Moon, Will from Illusion of Gaia, or Zelda. I mean, Zelda would probably be the most boring of the sprites, but still a good choice.
Yeah, I'll see. I see somebody asked a question about random encounters. I'll get to that in just a second. This tree asks us. I promised that I'd give you. Whoa! I need to type in the right password. I'd promised that I'd give you 3,000 rupees, right? And you say no because he didn't, because you never talked to him. But also, if you had, he wouldn't have said that. And then he asks you for a password that he also didn't give you, but he would have if we talked to him. And so now we get his son that we can turn into the doll and a rod upgrade. Yeah, so there are 2 or 3 variables in the background that are kind of rotating as time goes on, and they stop when you take damage. They start back up again if you kill 10 enemies or take 5 more hits. And certain screens are designated as like encounter screens, and when you leave them, if the values are in certain positions, the 2 variable values are certain numbers. When you leave a screen that can have an encounter, you'll get one. To my knowledge, I don't think we actually know what controls just overworld enemies showing up. I could be wrong about that. And then, yeah, it looks like chat is doing a pretty good job of explaining the differences between the classes. So now we have this Cimarron Rod. We can get 2 shots on the screen, and they're faster. So that's a huge upgrade, even if it didn't increase the damage that they do, but I also think it does that.
We do have another donation, if you don't mind.
No, I will never mind.
Let's see if I can do this right. Fighting evil by dark world, winning love by light world, never running from our most knights. She is the link named Sailor Moon.
Nice.
That was $5 from Squishy voting for the Sailor Moon sprite.
That was glorious.
I try. with my horrible off-key singing.
Yeah, normally in a run I wouldn't be bothering to kill these trees, but I don't want to lose too much HP.
So just so you know, with that chat, the invisible sprite is at $10. The Mega Sprite is at $5. Popoy is at $15. The Sailor Moon is at $5, and Ultros is at $14. So Megas and Sailor Moon are tied right now.
Yeah, and you would think that like Saint or the Magician or the Fighter would have like different HP growth and all that kind of stuff. They do not at all. Like that, the only thing that changes is pretty much whether or not you have access to upgraded rods and swords. Notice when we use a carpet, not between chapters, but like here, it's just Coronia and the hero. And she's kind of looking back at him. It's very cute.
Coronia Corona is just hecking adorable all by herself.
She really is. So we're gonna have way more than the the XP that we need, which is fine. Earlier I get that level, honestly, the better. There's some like damage mitigation stuff that you can do when you're jumping in the air. Enemies won't hurt you. Also, the damage tiles that you can see occasionally on the screen, they take precedence over enemies hitting you. So if you're on damage tiles and you've got one of those trees that does like 10 or 20 damage to you, just stay on the damage tile and it won't hit you. So now we're going back to the past, or back to the present. This is the chapter where you go forward. And now we just have to basically just walk to the end. There's a little maze coming up that can be kind of annoying. It's got pitfalls that, like, you just can't illuminate them or anything. You just have to know where they are. The good news is that you can just walk straight up the screen, up the left side of the screen, and you'll be fine.
Oh, we do have another $7 donation from Scala. Megas is a dark magic boy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, which puts Megas in the lead over Sailor Moon, $12 to $5. So it's now Invisible, Megas, Popoi, and Ultros in the lead for the 4 sprites. Thank you, chat. You're awesome.
I probably wanted that money back, but it's fine. So yeah, just there was that one screen where I'm walking up the left side. You just walk up there, and then to like 3/4 of the way up the next screen and walk to the right, you're fine. If you're doing Chapter 2 casually, it's much worse there. To the point where, like, when we were playing the randomizer at first, I hadn't done Chapter 2 in so long because I've been doing this route that I had no idea what to do. Like, I couldn't even tell you what's in the past in Chapter 2 or anything like that, how to get through it, and then there's a maze with pitfalls. And there's not a convenient...
randomizer for this?
Yes, there is.
Oh, heck.
Oh, heck.
I can play this now.
Yeah, everybody should play this game. It's awesome as long as you can deal with the photosensitivity stuff. And honestly, it's one of our goals for the randomizer is to remove the flashing. I haven't had a lot of time to look into it because of stuff going on. And yeah, there's photosensitivity warnings here. Sorry, folks.
You're going to have to share with me where I can actually get the randomizer, because I must play.
Yeah, it's still like kind of in a beta situation right now, so like there are seeds that have been generated and verified to be beatable. Like it's kind of hard to actually generate them yourself, but we're still working on it. But yeah, I can definitely do that. It's yeah, it should only be $5 or $10 for the NES. Yeah, I'll grab that one.
While you're traversing the palace, we have some more donations that are coming in.
Okay, just quick warning, in like 3 screens there will be another photosensitivity warning.
Okay.
So, good.
$10 from the Altar Maven that says, "Take the Blizzard of Fire everyone should play. The magic of Scheherazade." Well, thank you. And then $5, another $5 from Margie, because, you know, Margie's awesome. And you're all awesome as well. If you make the time traveler angry in the magic of Scheherazade, does that mean Coronya's cross? Oh, Margie, why? And this is also to name one of the file names, Kid.
Nice. So we take an intentional death there to refill our HP, and then there's going to be much more flashing in this boss fight. And this one is pretty simple. You just kind of stand in between two of these images of the troll demon and fire the rod and hope that the RNG doesn't screw you too badly.
And sometimes I wonder if this fight is worse in terms of the flashing, or if the salamander fight is worse.
This one, it's like it comes at you so fast, but you don't need to see the screen to do it. Because you just stand here, and you hit B. So,
It's true.
Salamander can go on for like 6 minutes, and there's nothing that you can do about it, and you kind of need to be looking at the screen. Basically, Salamander is the worst. It's just so bad. And then recent routing updates have made it so that you're not really even guaranteed to beat Salamander anymore. It used to be like 90%, now it's down to like 50%.
Oh wow.
But we'll,
That sounds kind of scary.
yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, but you can always do it an older route. And we'll be buying some extra stuff to make it a little bit more safe. There is not a deflash patch yet. Still working on that. And yeah, that's the longest level up sequence, because we only get one during the course of the actual level. Maybe she can talk Sabaron to death. That's the best line in the game, delivered by a character that you don't even get. One of those stowaways from Chapter 2. So yeah, this chapter, there's going to be some shopping and stuff in a little bit, but the very first thing that we're going to do is about 2.5, maybe 3 minutes worth of level and money grinding. So I just wanted to point out that, again, there is a prize involved with this game. It's 4 very awesome and super cute coasters of character icons from this game. Get your donations in for all of it. Contribute to those bid wars, because you don't want anybody being stuck with, you know... I don't know, what is the default for that sprite bid war? Like, what happens if... Or what would have happened if nobody had... If there were only 2?
Basically, 2 people would be using the same sprites.
Nobody wants that.
Yes, thank you, chat, for allowing us to see multiple sprites. And just so you know, there is an Ocarina of Time rando later as well, and you can pick the tunic color and the file name for that as well. So even though that is coming up a little bit later tonight, if either of those sound interesting to you, I highly recommend picking those colors and naming some files as well. Especially because, remember, when you donate, you do get entered to win some prizes. And as Synthpop was saying, those coasters are really, really cute.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. Like, I want the coasters. So we're just gonna walk back and forth on this screen and fight these guys. They give us 50 experience each. We need to get up to 6,800. Or, sorry, 5,800. And hopefully they'll be dropping money, too. If not, I'm kind of at a loss for what to do about that. I guess I'll just grind past the level that we need until I have enough money.
Well, the money is important, right?
Yeah, I honestly need the money more than we need the level. But I've never hit the money goal before hitting the level goal. Yeah, Ifrits drop. I need like 5 more Ifrits to drop money.
Well, while you're grinding, we have a $20 donation from Casual Geek Dave. Hi, my name is Casual Geek Dave, and I like shipping cute dark magic boys. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you, Dave. That, Come on, do the thing.
Like that? Oh man, I'm so glad it actually worked. It's like frame perfect, and I love it so much. Sorry. Yes, I love it. It's super satisfying to be able to fire the rod, and like you'll see that I'm casting this Pampoo spell that increases my HP. If you delay the formation of this Ifrit, you can actually walk through his fireball ring. So you can either do it by hitting him or by casting Pampoo. And it's just really satisfying to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this level and hope that we get a couple more drops. We have enough money, we'll be fine. But
Okay, well, we do have another. We have a $10 donation from Red Weather. I can words. Words are hard, but I can do them. And let's see. I don't see a message, however, it looks like we're naming party members Warrior. Heck. Thank you for naming some of our Gauntlet party members.
oh, that's for Gauntlet, okay.
Yep.
How's that Betray bid war going for Gauntlet?
Let's see.
I'm inclined to see everybody betray. That sounds awesome.
Well, unfortunately, there were no bids for the betraying.
Oh heck.
I'm very saddened by that.
I feel betrayed. And we get stuck in a battle here, that's fine. Yeah, that jump that I did to get 50 extra rupees was a very recent find. We didn't know where those were. We knew they existed because of the randomizer, but we had no idea where.
Okay, Red Weather has fixed this. Red Weather donates $7 for everyone betrays.
Nice.
Thank you!
So yeah, that was an unintentional death. It's fine. We don't need that extra life anyway, but just waste a little bit of time. It gives us a nice HP refill. So, I don't know. 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. The random encounters are mean, especially like because I'm not preparing for them at all.
Yeah, like when I watch y'all speedrun this and it's like, I watch the aim and I'm just jealous of the aim because my aim is so terrible with the magic.
Oh, I started out really bad at that too. You just pick it up after a couple hundred runs.
A couple of hundred.
Yeah.
Well.
So here we're gonna class change into fighter. That's gonna let us get the next companion who is required to fight Salamander, but then also let us do a bunch of shopping with a discount, and the discount's pretty huge. So I am gonna probably go into a little bit of like serious mode to make sure that I don't screw up the shopping. If you've got anything else to plug or read out, that would be awesome.
Alrighty. Well, we just got a $20 donation from our Barbaloot. Well, hi there. Air Regiment combined their powers to donate $20. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbaloot. Barbaloot is the current world record holder for this game, by the way. He's done a lot of work on trying to figure out how the mechanics work, and he's made 2 TASes.
Yeah, those TASes are heckin' crazy. I love watching those.
They are.
And in chat, again, if you like prizes, there are 4 super duper adorable coasters available in relation to this game with Coronia and 2 other companions, and I believe it's Beckel, right? The sprite?
Yep. Yeah,
And,
Coronia, Gun Mecha, Supika, and Beckel.
Beckel, yes. Additionally, as a special today prize, there is a Penny Arcade original Psychomancer pin provided by Take This. The Psychomancer, the protector of Take This, and the mascot for the AFK rooms. The original Psychomancer pin made its debut at PAX Australia in 2016, but now you folks can try to win one by your donations today. The pins and all of the prizes that have been donated by Take This are really, really cute, and they're usually, you know, just swag that you can only pick up at different conventions like PAX. So the fact that y'all have a chance to kind of win them, or even some donations to the website as well, I believe you can get some of them, but it's a really, really nice opportunity, and Take This is a really fantastic organization. As someone who has used their AFK rooms in the past, it provides a nice respite from the super duper crowded convention halls sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've used something similar before. I don't know if they were administered by Take This, but just the idea of having the AFK room kind of thing is amazing.
Oh, for sure.
I get overwhelmed at cons all the time.
Oh yes, I understand that very well. We do have another $5 donation from Anne-Marie Merithos. This goes towards Ultras because he is best boy, and can't wait for your Legend of Mana run tomorrow, RPG Chick. Well, thank you, Anne-Marie. I'm very excited for that tomorrow night. But I just to remind you on that, nobody has chosen my route, or the character, or the name for that one yet either, speaking of Bid Wars.
Which is the slower route, Dragon or Fairy?
Fairy is about 10 minutes longer for me, about 15 minutes longer for me. Depending on RNG, of course.
Yeah, of course. This is the companion, by the way, that we needed to be a fighter for, and also if we say yes to any of these questions, you get a game over. Asks if you're really scared, or if Salamander scares you, and you have to say no to both of them, so you can just spam B. Because you really don't want a game over right there. It's horrible, and I've had it happen in the middle of a run.
Oh heck.
But that's all we needed to be a fighter for, so we're going to come back here, class change again, and then we'll carpet back to that town and walk to the palace.
Well, just to remind chat while you're doing that, our 4 main leading sprites right now for the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past run coming up next is the Invisible Sprite for $10, Megas for $12, Popoi for $25, and Ultros for $19. Sailor Moon is in 5th place for $5, so if you want to see something else, or if you want to bring Sailor Moon up and you want her to be fighting all the evil baddies by moonlight and dark worlds and all of that good stuff, there is still time to donate and choose those sprites. Additionally, you can still choose who's going to roll that seed. Is it going to be Natara or is it going to be Scala? Right now, it looks like it's going to be Natara. Everybody wants the evil seed.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, who rolls the worst seeds?
Well, essentially, Natara rolls the evil seeds, and Scala rolls the quote-unquote trash seeds.
Oh, okay.
We have both been banned from different rando communities for our seeds.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, there's also 2 file names available for grabs for Link to the Past. So if you want to name a file name, You can do that as well, because right now there are only 2 file names, and we do have 4 runners playing the multi-world rando.
Yeah, as I understand it in Dragon Warrior Randomizer, there's a completely different set of people that have been that are sus when they roll. At least I don't know if they've been banned.
I've only ever really seen the seeds that High Spirits rolls, and High Spirits has some interesting luck.
Yeah. Yeah, in the random encounters, you get three attempts to run, and there is also the option. God, I don't know if I should. I'm gonna take the slow way around, because I'm a coward and I'm kind of nervous. You can jump over that river, but if I fall in it, it's game over right now, because I took that death in the random encounter. It's probably not worth the risk.
That's okay. We do have another $5 donation from Emery. Well, I couldn't let the Legend of Mana Bid War stay blank, so now Fairy Percent is in the lead with $5.
Nice.
Thank you, Emery.
Yeah, so you have the option of running 3 times, and they do actually have different, like it's not like using the same seed over and over again. Like you can run on any of the 3 tries. But you also have the option of paying enemies to just make them leave. I've done it before in casual. I don't really know how much it takes, though. It might actually take enough that it's kind of never worth it to pay them off. And I just do not want to deal with that guy at all. Okay. Alright, so this is the worst boss in the game. This is Salamander. I need your energy and bless RNGs and all the love that you can give me on this, because this boss is horrible.
Yeah, Salamander is definitely some super RNG nonsense.
This is the baby form of Salamander, and it will not be a pally. Its hitbox is extremely tiny. It's right in the middle of its forehead. It's about like a tile wide. And it moves completely randomly, and we didn't get a single hit. Salamander is not a palamander. It starts with, I think, 250 HP. It heals 50 every time it goes into the fire field and comes back out. So you need to do 5 hits or better every cycle in order for you to make progress against its healing, which we have done here. I think that was 7. Yeah, first round 0 hits, not actually all that terrible. The main concern at this point is not dying. It's what every time Rainy comes out and makes the rain appear, it uses up MP, and so if Rainy runs out of MP, you're screwed. But that takes a while, and hopefully we won't have to see it.
Well, you do at least have some MP refills as well.
Not for Rainy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just for us.
Yeah, I didn't know Rainy could actually run out of MP then.
Yep. This is not the last boss, there's one more after this.
Well, we did get an anonymous $5 donation. The comment is a smiley face. Thank you, Anonymous, for that $5 donation.
What's the total at now?
We are just a little over 3,400.
Oh my
so
gosh.
We are very quickly getting to that $5,000 mark.
And this has only been going on for 2 days. What are
This
you
is
gonna
true.
do?
Not even 2 days.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some talk of some interesting reach incentives, you know, and things that Valks might be willing to do for fun, in terms of playing games maybe and things like that.
Nice. Yeah, the soundtrack is really good. There's like maybe 1 or 2 songs that get old pretty quickly, and there's one song that unfortunately we're not going to hear. It's the best song in the game, but we don't get to hear it because it's in the casino, and we don't fool with that. Come on. Alright, we're good. I think we're okay. Yeah, that's why I overstock on breads so that we don't have to worry about casting Pampu in here. Ideally, you'd be coming in here with 6 or 7 breads, just to save time on that grind. But marathon safety is a thing.
Yes, we definitely appreciate the marathon safety, so thank you for that.
Lost progress on that one.
Come on, Salamander, stop being a butt.
Four's fine. I think we actually do make progress with 4 hits, so it's okay. Yeah, that's one of the bigger differences between this version and the Japanese version is that Salamander's hitbox is huge compared to this. It's like 1/3 of the screen wide or something like that. They decided, that's too easy, we're going to make it way harder than anything should be on the NES. And there we go. It's a dead salamander.
We do have another $5 donation from Candy Meteor Christina. I don't have a lot to give at the moment, but I gotta give where I can when I can. Come on now, how are you not gonna have a fem-leaning group and not play the girl in Legend of Mana? I hope I'm able to tune in. Legend of Mana is one of my favorite PS1 RPGs. Thank you for everything you're doing, and a heart. Thank you so much for that donation.
So now we've collected almost everybody. There's one more companion to get. He's in the very first town of this next world, which is actually the world that we just left, but because we just changed the past 3,000 years ago, everything's different. And this is it. Last world.
So many companions that we don't get.
Yeah, we only don't get those 2, but they're awesome, and it's a shame. One of them is like a bit badge in Aaron's channel, and one of them is Arbarblute's avatar on Twitch. It's like you don't get either of them. It's a shame. But I believe that's why they were chosen for the coaster project. They're kind of represent the runners of the game. And I'm selfish, so I chose Coronia because she's best.
I mean, it's a good choice, so...
How can you not like a magical time-traveling cat spirit?
I don't know how anybody cannot like that.
Yeah. What's not to like? Yeah, I'm gonna try to one cycle the boss for this chapter. It's definitely doable, but I'm probably too nervous to pull it off right. Oh, forgot I gotta go this way first. But it's considerably easier. And we might end up getting a game over anyway. Game over at this point wouldn't be that big of a deal, it would just send us back to the beginning of the chapter.
The little transformation sprites are adorable in this.
Yeah. Yeah, that seriously just turned me into like a strawberry shortcake cupcake. I don't know if I maybe kind of glossed over it a little bit too much earlier, but when I did a transform in one of those wizard encounters, you turn him into a baby, and then you stomp on him. Kind of messed up.
That is a little messed up, yes.
Yeah. They turn you into a rocket and then, like, launch you into space. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're getting stuck in this fight.
Well, like you said, at least a game over is not going to set you very far back right now.
Yeah, it could be worse. No, it's considerably less than 50% each time, I think. About 75% chance of being able to run from any given encounter on the first set of attempts. That's just kind of eyeballing it. Anyway, we need to enter this town so that we can get it on our carpet list, and then we just leave immediately. And then we go back up here. Yeah, but you got 3 tries. But I think it's like those 3 tries add up to something like 75-80% being able to run. And so normally in this chapter we would have to go through this maze, and it's actually kind of a really long maze to get to the legend sword, and then there's somebody in one of these towns that tells you to go to this formation here and stand in between those 2 trees, and then like it makes this bridge appear. We're not going to bother with that because Barbaloot found a nice little trick. Lets us kind of make progress down the side here, and then we can just get right to the bridge.
Oh, this is neat. I haven't seen this yet.
I think it's only been shown off one time in Marathon before. That's the other major skip, and it skips 4 or 5 minutes. Went from a world record in the like hour or 2 minute range to I think it's like a 9 or 57 something now. And the check to get into the final palace is only whether or not you have the armor, not whether or not you have the sword and the armor, so we just skip the sword entirely.
And you're using the rod anyway, so the sword doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter even if I had it, unless I was a fighter. Because I don't have access to the upgraded sword or anything like that. We got stuck in another fight. It's 3 fights in one run. That never happens.
Well, marathon luck.
Yep. This is why I bought extra stuff. Or this kind of thing is, not this specific thing. Ugh. They're all multiple rounds, too. You see, these enemies are doing ridiculous amounts of damage to me. I got a full HP refill when I got the armor. And I mean, those enemies were doing like 40 damage each. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's a weird combination of stuff. Like I said, it's like it didn't really know what it wanted to be. I kind of put it in the same class of games as like the Guardian Legend, where it's got the overworld exploration stuff, but then it's got vertical scrolling shooter segments. It was nice. Like it's kind of like the Wild West back in the 80s when they just were throwing genres together to see what would stick, and it's kind of neat to see some of these games. So we do have to go through part of this maze, but I'll show, like, I'll kind of point out where we would be going to the past to pick up that sword. Then you'd have to still do this part of it, which, I mean, like I said, it just takes forever. Dropping all of that, dropping all of that maze stuff and going to the past by skipping the sword is a huge, huge boon. Yeah, Culture Brain did a couple different games. Baseball Simulator, I think. Flying Dragons, I think.
Oh wow, I remember Baseball Simulator. I love that game.
Yeah. Alright, so that is the university for this chapter, but we don't get anything from it. He just says, oh, I bet you thought you were going to get something. Ha ha ha. Then if we go left here, that would be leading us to that maze in the past. But this is the final dungeon. It's very purple. We're just going to make our way to the evil magician Sabaron and get our princesses back.
I'm seeing all the money bags that are being dropped, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah. Yeah, after that shopping trip in Chapter 4, you don't need money anymore.
Yep.
And I'm kind of just playing it a little bit loose with HP at this point, because we're going to get another full HP refill before the end. Ah, yeah, sorry for the photosensitivity warning.
While you're making your way up to where you need to go, just a reminder, folks, we do have LTTP Randomizer Multi-World coming up next. We still could use 2 more file names if you're interested in that. The sprites that are in the lead right now is the Invisible Sprite for $10, Magus for 12, Popoi for 30, and Ultros for 19. Sailor Moon is in 5th place with $5. So if you want to see one of those other sprites, or if you want to bring Sailor Moon up into a leading spot, it would only take you $6, and it would outvote the Invisible Sprite. And right now, between Natara and Scala, Natara is in the lead to roll the seed, the most evil seed you have ever seen.
Alright, sorry, I wanted to pause there because this is important story stuff. I'm Sabaron. It's been a long time. I've made a terrible mistake. I set loose the great demon Gora Gora, the pure evil, for my selfish desire, but I didn't have the power to take him on. I love this little turn. It's so good. He's like, I'm sorry, I will give you back the princess. Just please save me from Gora Gora. By the way, she's always been with you. If you tell me her name, I'll break the spell. And so you're supposed to be able to guess that the person who has been with you this whole time is the very best. The magical time spirit cat Coronia, who was the Princess Scheherazade in transformed form. There's some depth to it that it's like, hey, you don't know that you necessarily expect it. It's silly, but I like it. I do need one more level, ideally, for the end of this. And we're gonna get it. It's one more of these guys. If you put the wrong name in, it is a game over.
Just does it just take a life, or is it a complete game?
No, it's a
over?
game over.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah, same thing with Rainy. If you answer Rainy's questions wrong, no matter how many lives you've got left, it's a game over.
Wow. Well, Aaron2u2 gives us $22. I love this game. Gotta support any marathon that shows it off. Hats off to Synthpop for his hard work in getting it ready, and giving us a Celeste file name. Thank you so much.
Nice. Yeah, Aaron2u2, I believe, is the first person in history to beat this game in under an hour. I woke up one morning to 2 submissions on speedrun.com for this game, and they were both like several minutes world records. I was like, what the crap? What happened? What did you guys do? How did you... and it was all because of that Legend Sword skip. But yeah, I think he managed to get under the hour before Barbaloot did. And I'm still working on that. I haven't managed to pull that off yet. Because they're that good.
Well,
So,
like in any RPG, of course, you always have to contend with a little bit of RNG.
yeah. Yeah, and they do some of the manip stuff that I haven't really practiced yet. I'm still on a slightly older version of this route. Yeah, you need good salamander luck, too. Alright, flashing warning, and this is the final boss. Didn't get the 1 cycle, that's okay.
I got eaten by that thing so many times.
Oh,
playing it
yeah.
casually.
Yeah, because you don't necessarily know that you can just, like, spam this spell at it and hopefully hit it enough times that it transforms. Final hit is... now! Time.
GG.
Was I at least underestimate?
Yes, you were about 5 minutes under.
Awesome. So yeah, we get everybody back on the carpet and we go talk to people. There's, I don't know if we need to, if I need to get off or if we can go through the ending a little bit. It's not very long.
It's pretty short, so you're probably okay.
Okay. There's one other kind of silly thing about the way that this ending was written. And also this song is awesome. So we've got all of the princesses, plus our sweetheart Scheherazade, and her sisters. And we've got the king, and he does the normal thing like, oh, what are you going to do from now? As long as the mysterious world calls me, I continue my journey. So you go through all of this, like, time travel, timey-wimey nonsense, and gathering all these people together, and saving Scheherazade. And everybody gets their little thing at the end, but when asked what you would like to do, it's, I'm gonna leave Scheherazade here and go with my friends on an adventure. It's really, really weird. It's an odd choice, I think, for them to write that, but... anyway, she'll be waiting all the time. We believe, I mean, we know for a fact that they were planning to do a sequel for this, but I believe that part of this ending crawl here is, well, the time door will open again soon. Is supposed to be a hint. It's like, you know, to be continued in Utopia 3. But they never did it, and it makes me kind of sad. One last very tiny, stupid little thing that I love about this. Cultured Brain presents... What do you think it's going to say? Cultured Brain presents The Magic of Scheherazade. Seems reasonable.
That would seem reasonable.
Yeah. Cultured Brain presents End. What a game. Maybe the real Scheherazade was the friends we made along the way. That's definitely true. Definitely true.
That was super duper awesome. Thank you for that run, Synthpop. I love when this game gets to be showed off.
I do too. Thank you very much, everybody, for allowing this in and putting this marathon on, because this is for a really good cause, and I'm glad that I was able to distract people from the horribleness of the world for an hour and 5 minutes or so.
Well, to finish that off, we did get an anonymous $7 donation, so thank you. That puts us just over 3,500.
Awesome. 3,500? That's great. I think it was at 33 when I was started, so $200 in the last hour or so. Pretty happy with that. Thanks again, everybody, and see you around, I guess.